Hey yo crew, what is up? Welcome back. There we go. I am Pseudo, and we're going to be running around the Borderlands, obviously, but with a druid, and this build is a little bit more optimized than it was last week. I've been having an absolute blast with this. We'll be jumping in and out of our layouts, because I do want to record some footage, so let me switch up the camera a little bit, and we'll get this going. If you're new here, welcome back. I am Pseudo. I do lots of Guild Wars 2 streams. Oh, it didn't load. Hang on one sec, guys. Theory crafting, giveaways, as well as lots of different stuff. So let's roll this intro again, and hopefully by the time I get this sorted out, it will be all loaded for us. Sick. Okay. That's a lot better. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Hopefully you're well, hopefully you're enjoying, hopefully you are staying warm in this tepid winter we are having, and we are rocking some interesting weapons here. We've got a spear and a hammer for this build. I was trying out Mace Axe last week, but I really prefer the hammer. It's got a bunch of customizability, or customization options rather, with the ability to select your unleashed versions, which really the only one I use is this, because of how this build works. So the crux of a lot of Ranger's power, if you didn't know, if you're new to Ranger, you know, maybe you're a warrior refugee, I don't know, that'd be a little weird, but jokes aside, the crux of Ranger's power tends to be in a trait line called marksmanship. It's kind of your strength trait line, but not really, because a lot of what happens with it is it combos with this trait called remorseless, at least in PvP, and it combos with another trait that's in Beast Mastery called two-handed training. I believe it's the greatsword trait, and basically how it functions is it gives you fury whenever you CC something. However, with the new relic system, and predominantly Relic of the Midnight King, you no longer need that. Sorry, just checking the streams while I explain this. Because essentially what this does is it frees up the ability to not have to take Beast Mastery, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Like, think about it as if there was a relic that just let you not take fast hands. There's kind of a relic that does that, and there's kind of a relic that does it with Ranger, except the Ranger one's a little bit better, because whenever you CC something, you gain Fury, and then your next attack will do plus 25% damage. Now, granted, the actual trait in Beast Mastery is a little bit better, because it doesn't have a cooldown on the Fury gain, and you have to space out your CCs by like 1 second, I believe, with Relic of the Midnight King, but it's still pretty good. The only move that you'll not get maximum value off is this, the 3, which double hits as long as you strike a target, but it's got a ton of burst, it's got a ton of potential, and it's really fun for zerging as well as just roaming. So I highly recommend you guys check the description for this build if you're a Ranger player out there and want to do some green Ranger enjoying. I also really like running Druid. I don't know why. It's probably the weakest of the 3 specs right now, but it gives you a lot of just utility, whether it's the stealth that you saw there, the ability to do like kind of Condi damage, which this build actually does a decent amount of because you can maintain a good uptime of 25 might. It's got a lot of tools, and I really enjoy playing it for whatever I'm doing. So hopefully you guys are well, and enjoying, and we can get this rolling. And we'll also be, of course, doing our gold giveaways because it is Monday. So hop in, hang out, and win some money. Do those every Monday or Tuesday, whatever day of the week I can stream first. We even have the right playlist today. It's too good. It's always a crapshoot. They've added this funky interaction as well to the spear skills, where even if you are revealed and you try to give your stealth with the 5, it'll still flip, or any of your stealth skills really, it'll still flip over and give you the out of stealth, like ambush in quotes skill, which is pretty cool because it gives you a lot more flexibility, like not missing the skill you wanted to use just because you had reveal on yourself. It's an option that thieves and other classes that get like special triggers out of stealth don't really have, so it's kind of insane that Ranger gets it and other classes don't. Hey, we even have some VOA people. Awesome. Oh, Indigo Shadow Viper, get him. Still have to be real careful with the getting caught out of position and whatnot, because you are still a Ranger. Kind of a thing. What's this? We're lagging already. Oh, it's a problem. Okay, we're lagging on a Monday, whatever it is. That's a problem. Huge amount of lag right off the bat. It's the biggest killer, chat. Lag. I'm just loving the amount of versatility and utility this build gives. It's really enjoying it on reset night, so shout out to anybody who got to play with us then. It's really fun. I do want to switch over to our other layout though, because I do need to capture some footage for this build, because I think I'm going to do a builds video on it. So let's hop over to that, and maybe I'll switch back to the camera when we do some giveaways here. Good old controller layout of ye olden days. Oops, sorry, that's on autoplay. There we go, fixed it. First day streaming and whatnot. Streaming's hard, chat. Where's my cat? Oh, my cat's still dead, because it has a ridiculously long cooldown. Why is my dog over there? Come here, dog. Don't die. Thank you. Dog got out of combat. We're good. I may also end up changing up the smoke scale, honestly, because while I like the stealth field, it's a lot of buttons to be able to do what the Panther can just kind of do with a longer cooldown. With the F2 now, so we'll see. That actually helped our, helped us dropping frames here. You change one thing and everything changes on YouTube, so it is what it is. Streaming's a nightmare. Computers are magic and no one knows how they work, chat, essentially. Oop, got the Mesmer. I didn't help. They got the Mesmer. Nice little interrupt, if I do say so myself. There we go. Go for the stars is so quality as well. You don't have a ton of Condy Cleanse on the build, so having the extra water field and the Condy Cleanse really helps out. Why are we so slow? Mush. Mush, I say. This is an old one, but it's a good one. They added kind of a ability to play it a little bit better with the spear. Druid already had a lot of synergy with stealth, so I'm really enjoying it, honestly. Also, nice job typing, Gremini. Are you typing that sentence on a controller? Welcome, dude. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully your gambling is going well. I just ran into a wall. Man, there's some quality lag on a Tuesday or whatever it is, Monday. Oh man, overextended. Playing while typing. The combo, it's too good. It's perfectly acceptable. I can't even type, let alone play. How are you doing, dude? Hopefully you're well. Also, special shout out to our followers that we had over the break. We get a couple every stream. Thank you, Shutting Gun Pixel, as well as Mythos. I think that's Snow. Welcome, dude. If it is. Even if it's not, welcome. Oh, as well as Dark Mother and Solus. Jeez, we had a lot of new dudes. Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're enjoying. Oh dear. We have made mistakes. Mistakes have been made. I will say this, like, lunar impact, like moonshot as I call it, is so good. It's so good. The ability to just throw that into a Zerg and interrupt basically everybody is one of the strongest skills, I think, in World vs. World, if not the game. It's kind of insane. It's really good for tagging, especially with the combo, with the bleed proc. Oh dear, oh dear. You can kind of kick up some brush, stealth that way. If I was bad, I would get it. If it wasn't bad, I would get a double spell. Playing your old MMO, Neopets? How's Neopets doing in 2024? Used to play that. A lot of people have been like ducking in and out of different MMOs this week. I know Path of Exile 2 came out. It's been doing pretty well. Servers have been kind of on life support, but that means the game is doing great. More power to GGG, honestly. I am just not in the right weapon perpetually. As the title says, time to get good. There we go. We fixed the frame dropping. I bet it was just for the intro rendering. Why is my dog all the way over there? Remember as well, for non-ranger players, when you swap pets, it does call the pet to you, which is pretty good. And a pretty good way to sort of get it, you know, back to you. What's Dofus? Will I recognize the name? This is not something I can play with my brain off. I need a Zerg, chat. Or we can go roam, I guess. I do want to capture some footage, so hopefully we can get some good roaming fights. Go see what's going on at this camp. You can also run this build with a greatsword. I do really enjoy that as well. But kind of prefer spear, because A, I want to use the new thing, and B, greatsword's just like, I don't know, it's a little bit redundant with hammer as far as the playstyle goes. You kind of just roll through your buttons and do 1,000,000 damage, and if you don't kill them, then you run away. Take Mesmer and change the colors or clones for some ridiculous things like daggers that float around it. Yeah, that's insane. I can't imagine a game that would do that. That's cool, though. It's always fun when you get, like, the old flavor of a class back. I wonder if we'll ever get that with, I don't know, I kind of think Mirage is alright now, but, you know, Berserker or something like that. Reaper also could use an update for 2024, honestly. It's kind of insane that it gives itself permanent quickness and that's not enough, you know? I guess because Harb also does. What's going on over here? Got any people? Ooh, there's a person. Speaking of Reaper. Oh, did he ghost walk? That was a good ghost walk. Oh, and he used the shout elite to stop my dog. That was nuts. He gone. He's a virtuoso. He's a virtuoso over there now. Thought I would be clever and come take this camp by myself. Get him. I think I've fought this guy before. It's like Deadeye Man. I knew he was still right there. Fighting Deadeyes, man. Oh my god, they're like wrecking us. He's doing Deadeye things, that's for sure. My allies were not ready. Doubt we can put up much of a fight now that everyone's dead, but give it a shot. Nope, there's like 8 people here. Oops. That is definitely a thing that will happen. Oh well. Oh, Shenanigan Pixel, my bad. Welcome, dude. Can't read and play and talk to chat. It's too difficult. I'm too stupid. I think we're in tier 2. We're just not fighting Meg, I believe. I am Kind of glad about that. I don't hate fighting Meg. It's not my least favorite thing in the world, but like, and the fights that you get are good. It's just every fight is usually outnumbered, so it's kind of a pain in the butt. And if anyone would like to join, feel free to hop in here. We always run an open squad, as it were. Sometimes we end up solo roaming, sometimes we end up with a whole squad, so it's what it is. Dedicated since you were 11 years old. Damn, you're dedicated to everything. Gambling, Dofus, Mirage. My first MMO was an extra module from Neverwinter Nights 1 because the map editor for that was badass. And they basically just made this online thing called Legends of Chance. It was probably technically my first MMO, and it was sick. Back when you could just make things like Dota and Legend of Chance. Or it all got corporate run, whatnot. I also found out there's some kind of insane food that you can get from a story instance that gives like plus 10% damage reduction and lifesteal, which is kind of crazy. So I'm gonna have to do some testing and find out if that is allowed in World vs. World or not. Because that seems just insane. What's this? Spectre stuff. Interesting. What's going on over here? Ooh, fights. That can help. Oh, they're dueling. My bad. Gotcha. Kinda want to watch this duel. It's pretty sick. Literal 2v2. I've noticed a couple games don't count your hours like Guild Wars 2 does. I guess they don't want you to see, you know? You have wasted this much of your life playing video games. Yeah, it is lagging on EBG. Holy shit, dude. I'm pressing buttons and like a year later the input's coming out. Switch over to this camera for now. We're not really getting fights. Is what it is. Remember to hydrate, chat. How are you guys doing? Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you've sacrificed the appropriate animal to the gods of PvP balance. Maybe if I stop sacrificing goats made of Bitcoin, Cal will give us a real balance patch for Warrior, but you never know. It's good to have life goals, I suppose. This Dolyak has infinity health, dude. Oh, I think this might be Haiti. Like this Spellbreaker up here. I just kind of want to watch. I'm gonna like inch up here. No, they got him down. What's the other guy? Catalyst? Thief and Kata versus Spellbreaker and Soul Beast. Interesting. Well, I wish them luck, whatever they're testing. See if we can get some real fights. Trying to think if there's anything other than Guild Wars 2 I've put like a crap load of, hours into. Neverwinter Nights was close. League of Legends was only like 400, honestly, before I probably quit that, and it was like, I'm not having any fun. Good game. Incredible art. Get him, dog. the pulsing blind field, the real tech. And you do have a decent amount of Condi damage on this as well. If you are pulsing your, druid skills, you want to make sure they hit your dog so that it does gain might, because when you drop out of druid form, you can do funky stuff like this, which is pretty good. Gain all that might over, switch to whatever your weapon you want, and nuke everything down. A little bit more complicated than just like auto-gaining might on a class, but it is what it is. But as you can see, like the hits and hammer, way more damage than spear. And that's because of the remorseless trait and the combo and stuff. I wonder if they will ever balance like the pet cooldown and stuff. Like when you kill a pet, it gets this insanely long 60-second respawn timer. It just seems really outdated. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on that. Always a crapshoot with Arena Net. Taking forever to cap, dude. Wonder if they did that change where it finally takes like way more time if you're solo to cap something. I know they've been talking about that for literal years. Poor Dolyak's lagging like crazy too. Our upload's fine. I'm not dropping anything today. Definitely just their servers. This is crazy, dude. Absolutely insane amount of lag. I was noticing this earlier when I was trying to whisper recruits to the guild and stuff for, reply to them. And I bet they're pushing some kind of larger update on the back end. Like, look at this. Playing a slideshow here. Hey, Ball, what's up? Welcome back, dude. We are in lag central. Probably switch maps, honestly, after this Dolyak. This thing is, not great. Not a great playing experience. I mean, sure, I'll queue for the one position, the queue. Hades. Hades is another game I have an absurd amount of time in. It's so fun. It's so fun. Hades 2's getting there. Ooh, do you want to fight? Come fight me. Come fight me. Oh, come on. God damn it. I need footage. This build's really cool. I just gotta get, like, better at it and stuff. I can honestly take, the trait that Condi cleanses instead of the trait that CCs when you enter Druid form. But it's really, you really only want to take it when you're fighting really heavy Condi classes. I've noticed, because you kind of just don't need it with the current meta the way it is. A lot of Druid's damage is in Condi though, which is why I'm still running Selly trinkets, but I find out you don't want to go full Selly because A, I like boon duration because I'm a scrub, and B, you get a lot of might with boon duration, so that really helps your Condi damage as well. What do you guys think the most overpowered boon is? Because I don't know, I kind of forgot that Fury was in the game when I asked my friend this, but I think it's Fury. Like, I want to say Alacrity or something, but I don't think it's Alacrity. Wow, the lag cleared up. That's what this the build's supposed to look like. Jesus. If you don't count, like, 25, 25 stacks of might or something. Also, what is this queue? Let me into another map. Holy crap. It's funny. Weakness is, like, okay. I still think the fact that you can't crit is insane, right? Obviously. Actually, I want to look weakness up because I swear I looked it up before. I thought it was just like your crits actually do less damage, but I'm not 100% sure. What's the actual definition of weakness? Eagle Raptor wants a 1v1. Get some footage that way. I feel like weakness was just like not Ow. Oh, I'm getting will bent because I had the audacity to open another window. I literally didn't even see that till I was dead. That's so funny. Fucking Willbender, man. Oh my god. Got my Q too. Oh well, it works out. I want to read weakness again. Weakness condition decreases the endurance regen. Glancing blows that deal 50% less damage and cannot be critical. Okay, yeah, weakness is really powerful. Fucking Willbender, man. It was literally like I literally put my controller down, I opened a window, and then by the time I had tabbed back, I was at like a third of my health. That shit's too good. The class is so fair. I can't believe that shit's been in the game for like 3 years. Oh man. The nuts part about Willbenders, it didn't get really bad until like a lot of people have been pointing out recently till like Relic of the Stormsinger and Spear have been like put in the game, because like who cares if you can do 1,000,000 damage from far away? That's just Thief, right? But 1,000,000 damage that's pulsing and double hits and like Spear, that's a problem. So we'll see. It's always a crapshoot whatever arena it's gonna do. Ooh, what are you? You wanna play? Nope, he doesn't. Not gonna bully him or anything. That movement, though. Ow, that was good. That was good. I need to get better. Is this guy gonna be able to save me? Maybe. OP pet res? To be fair, I think this build is very good. I don't think I'm good at it, because I'm not good at this video game. So, that's why the get good subtitle is under the patch, or the thumbnail. I mean, we'll see, man. Willbender's been in the game for a really long time. I don't know what it is. It's oppressive, right, though? It's especially oppressive now that just nothing can compete with it. Because part of the thing that made Willbender kind of balanced is some of the other stuff, at least in PvP, before Relic of the Stormsinger got introduced, Merkley's was like... There was stuff to compete with it, and now Willbender's just like insane, and nothing competes with it, so... I don't know. It'd be nice if there was just an anti-Willbender class. It's like how I really wish there was more counters to barrier, you know? Like traits and stuff, or even an anti-barrier relic that you could take. Because there's counters to things like Condi. He's relic of the, you know, antitoxin, whatever it is. There just aren't counters to like, you know, Willbender and shit. There's no just like, if you have all the boons in the game, you know, you lose. I don't even know what you would do to it. I think you would have to do something to the actual class to balance it, right? Then everyone will complain, and water is wet. So you think it's the mobility? That's interesting, because everyone, again, this is an interesting part of balance. Is I don't even know if it's the mobility. I think it's the ability to reset. Like I think it's, if I had to put one thing, if they're not going to do the thing where they like retract the virtue buff, where you can just press all your virtues and get all the buffs simultaneously, which is objectively stupid, but I don't think they're going to revert that. I think the ability, like, just the fact that renewed focus applies to your virtues is the insane part of it, right? So, I'm not really sure. I don't want everything to just be the levels of Willbender bullshit, though, because everything was at that level when all the spears came out, and I really hated it. Even Warrior Spear, I kind of hated it. I have high toughness. That's the thing. Hey, Drake Nice. What's up? Welcome back, dude. What time is it? Gotta do our first giveaway here soon. I think I'll start doing trivia based on how the builds work and whatnot if we don't get balance patch trivia and stuff. And again, I do think this build's fairly good. I don't think I'm very good at it, so I need to get good. But for all you Ranger players and enjoyers in the chat, I do think you will get a lot of mileage out of this build because I think it's pretty sick. Perfect song for this. So, chat. What is the name of the Ranger trait in marksmanship that gives you plus 25% damage on your next strike if you gain Fury? And speaking of which, the build in the video description is currently wrong, and I will have to relist it. Because I think I put my support druid build in there. Oops. It's always good to check your shit. Which I do, and invariably something goes wrong. But this is the correct build in chat. Yeah, that's what I feel like too. I've said that boon duration's a really bad idea for World vs. World for a really long time, but there's no way to nerf it really. And show off the greatsword variant of this a little bit as well. Love this greatsword. It's so sick. Yeah, exclamation point, the name of the trait in marksmanship that gives you plus 25% damage on your next strike when you gain Fury. It is key to this build and pretty integral to Power Ranger in general. I just don't know how they nerf Willbender without pissing all of the players off. Especially with how dedicated the community that likes it seems to be. What's going on over here? Party? Party. I mean, you could. It does give a lot of boons. Like, if you look at the spear skills, you get a lot of boons just for pressing your buttons. And that's in addition to spear being kind of crazy on Guardian, right? So... I mean, the way I would nerf Willbender is really just revert it to how it was on launch. At least that's what I would try. I would say Virtues can't layer anymore, and nerf the healing signet on Guardian. That's what I would do, because I think those are the two problems with it. Because before they did that, Willbender wasn't insane. But also, we've had a lot of other changes, like Spear, getting out of the game since then, so... Ooh, stealth. Sick. Dodging? Okay, we're good. There's the one guy. My tab targeting has also been super fucked up. Ghost walk? He did. That was good. This guy's pretty good. He's 1v3ing pretty well. I'll give him that. Was not a fair fight. This guy noped out. Let's just make Willbender do nothing, right? That's a joke, by the way. I don't want Willbender to suck just because, you know? I just want more frequent balance patches, dude. Oh boy. Where I wish I had that spear. Can I get him up? Go for the stars, yo. Maybe? Oops. Definitely need to get good. Definitely need to get good. I may need more protection uptime, honestly. Exclamation point, again, we have our first giveaway going. The name of the trait that gives you plus 25% damage in chat on Ranger. I really do want to run, what's it called, Wilderness Survival, but I don't know if I can give up marksmanship for it, and that would require redoing the build. So we'll see, we'll see. This is definitely a better version of the build than I was running last time. So it ebbs and flows, you iterate on stuff. Yeah, that's pretty good. Everything does so much damage, though. It's insane. You don't want too many people playing Bladesworn, right? You need to stay a hipster. Oh man. Just try Twitch, Aries. If it's cutting out for you, let me know. I'll test it afterward. Twitch is always a solid option while I simul stream. I apologize for the split stream last time as well. I changed some stuff on my end, and we're streaming on Wi-Fi today, and I thought I would test it, see how it goes. We have a higher screen, streaming resolution, so we'll see how that do. Wanted to see if I would drop any frames or whatever. Really, it's interesting you think Bladesworn's broken. What do you think's broken about Bladesworn? Because I think it sucks, and I play a crap load of it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it's really helpful to hear other perspectives. Because I live in Bladesworn land, man, and I think it sucks. Let me clarify that. I don't think it sucks. I think the systems on it suck. I think you can make it pretty good, like I perpetually do, or at least pretend to while I suck at the class, right? Oh yeah, I don't want it to be Blades or like Willbender levels of bullshit either. I don't want anything to be that level of bullshit. Man, I labeled the stream God of War and I haven't won a single fight yet. How embarrassing. I want Dreaminology to get a hold of this build though. I think it's very solid. Yeah, right. You want stuff to be like fair. There's a difference between, like I say all the time, balanced, good, and fun. And you want things to be fun. You don't really want things to just, like, win because fuck you, I chose this class, right? It's not really... That's not really an expression of skill or, like, you know, actually playing a video game. It's just like, I chose the superior thing. Yeah, exactly. We've only had, like, 2 entries, guys. Get those entries in. Exclamation point, the name of the trait in Ranger. It's a marksmanship trait. Gives you plus 25% damage on your next attack when you gain Fury. It's pretty good. Oh yeah, the Immortal Berserker's one that came about completely by accident. This is why I tell people just like try weird stuff, and if it doesn't work, just iterate on it. Because that was completely an accidental like meme build that I made, honestly because I was inspired by a song and I just really liked it. And it ended up doing really well. I really enjoy it. Also, PSA, if you didn't know, your 5 does pulse decent damage in Druid form. I mean, it's a little broken with the amount of damage immunity uptime you have, but that's just because, like, Relic of Rivers exists, right? Also, PSA chat, I plan to do, like, an entire, maybe sub-stream or maybe just, like, a little video on this, but... I do want to call out, because I'm definitely not above calling out when I make a mistake, because then I'm giving you guys bad information, and that's not really what I want to do, just for the sake of videos. So, PSA, I've always actually assumed in this game, I don't know why I assumed this, because conditions don't work this way, but you see how this says, like, 7 1/4 seconds of quickness? I always assumed that if you could get it to, like, a boon duration to round like that, to 1/4 of a second, then it would actually give you 7 1/4 seconds of quickness. We actually, my friend gave me a really good idea on how to test that. So shout out to Tay, because he said there's no way it works that way, and he was right. It does not work like that. So in a raid or in a strike mission, or even when you're setting the build editor like I do, min-maxing stats, you will want, you know, more boon duration the better. You can't get to like 96% boon duration and assume that you have like 6 seconds of alacrity on Bladesworn, for example. It won't round that way. It'll still only give you plus 96% instead of like the full plus 100%. So just PSA for anyone else who lives in the build editor like me, it does not work that way. Guys moving. Oh, my UI. Moonshot went into the UI. There you go, Sergio. What's up, dude? I've seen you online a lot. I was hoping your internet cleared up. Thank you for the entry. Appreciated. That was not a fair fight, but we have killed the Tempest in 2v1. Lead the Wind's great, but Lead the Wind makes you take a longbow. glad they, like, in quotes, fixed Lead the Wind. Hammer chunks, dude. Hammer also, to their credit, feels really good to use on Ranger. It's kind of the opposite of Spear in that way. Where Spear's just like, the skills are a little bit clunky. Weirdly enough, I think the Spider's Net is probably the best skill on Spear, because it doesn't seem to be a projectile. It just seems to be like this AoE damage thing you can put down. It's very good. It's very, very good. Damn, the blind fields, they're too good. What I should be doing is, I'm not playing this correctly either, is I should be starting in Hammer, switching to Spear, going into Druid form, and switching back to Hammer for, like, the nuke. Hammer feels alright on Warrior. You just have to play with the quickness on CC trait. I feel like a lot of Warriors being balanced, kind of like Reapers being balanced around it, having, like, assuming that you're going to take the permanent quickness trait, right, Ball? Because no other class has basically Celerity Sigil the trait, but better, right? But I'm not really sure. I assume they just balance it around. I think we're tier 2. I think we're tier 2, Dream. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, we have 2 minutes. Get entered. You have to be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. Exclamation point, the name of the trait on Ranger in Marksmanship that gives you plus 25% damage whenever you gain Fury. It's a very good trait for power builds and whatnot. I agree. Oh yeah, the Relic of Rivers is insane, especially since the damage invuln on Berserker is still 2 seconds. I just wish they would make the ability to exit Berserk mode on demand. Not necessarily the, you know, triggering your on-enter traits on exit, but just the ability to exit Berserk mode on demand baseline. They really need to do that for Berserker. It's a quality of life thing, especially where Berserker is in PvP right now, that like builds like King of Fires really needs. Is there not a movement skill? I thought there was a... I suppose, yeah, it's only on the F1. The F1's really good, though, because the F1 has a really low cooldown. Can get some more hype rock. Let's jump into a different borderland here. I'm trying to find fights, and wherever I go, there don't seem to be fights, so maybe we can catch up with the tag. I'm down for Zerging, or I'm down for just roaming poorly. This build. I do think this build chunks, though. I'm just bad at it. I'm a build crafter. I'm not very good at the video game. Hey, Ares. Thank you for the follow. Wonder if you're the same Ares. But welcome, dude. Oh god, that's a far fall. Okay, we're not dead. Can I make this? Okay, we're not dead, chat. I agree. Yeah, but who's playing with one stun break, man, besides me? No, I was actually talking about this a fair bit, where Bladesworn... I'll take the 2v1. Fuck it. Bladesworn, one of the reasons the balance, even in PvE, is weird is because it's balanced around the assumption that you're going to have, like, these 6-second burst skills always available, and you don't. It's, like, you never have that. Oh, Jesus. You don't get to play the game. I'm on Druid. Sorry, dude. See, like, you can chunk people. That guy probably didn't know what he was doing, but, like, you can chunk people. What is my pet Iagrodon over there? Did I plan to show all class build? Yeah, I can flash it. It should be in the description on YouTube, but I forget that Twitch Twitch has this thing where you can add descriptions, but you can't add them before the video. So, absolutely, you can also put it in chat. I think I have it copied. So it's Selly Trinkets, Relic of the Midnight King, Hammer, Spear, Cleansing Energy on the Spear, Celerity Nullification on the Hammer, and then this is Diviner's Gear, as well as the weapons. And the build is here, where you take Nature Magic and these traits and Remorseless. And that is the name, or the answer, to our trivia question, so I will do the drawing right now. But I can also show how it plays a little bit while we do our drawing. Yeah, no worries. I never gatekeep my builds. That's absolutely a thing. Like, that's like half the reason I'm streaming is because I can't stand the, like, build gatekeeping, and I want to make build crafting more accessible to people. Like, I want to encourage people to make bad builds and screw up and make, like, better the iterations of it, because that's the only way you really find what you enjoy playing, right? Like, build crafting is so... I feel like it's so... like, people get so shamed because they're like, oh, I made this build, it's pretty cool, and everyone else is like, that's shit, it's so bad. And it's like, no, dude, just try stuff, man. So, let me do this drawing, and we will throw some people some gold, and then I can show off the rotation for the build. It's pretty similar to the one we had last time. Wow, we only had like 4 people enter. Maybe people don't know ranger traits because it's like a warrior channel, but fair enough, I suppose. Yes, the answer is Remorseless. It's a pretty good trait. It gives you plus 25. Ooh, look at me doing like acrobatics here. Pretty good trait. It gives you plus 25% to your next attack with the other traits in marksmanship. So 3, 2, 1. Let me click this button. We must have chair. I don't have a chair equipped. We must break dance. And don't worry, guys. We'll do lots more giveaways. I do giveaways every Monday or Tuesday, whichever day I can stream. Hey, it's Sergio. You have won. Congrats, Sergio. I believe you're still in the guild. Give me a character name or an account name, or I can just actually find you. One sec. Let me shoot you some money. Mr. Dark Sora. We've also had a bunch of people join the guild. Thank you for that. I know I'm still trying to get invites to Alter Stupid and 6th. So if you guys are out there, let me know. I've been trying to whisper you, but Ainet's been doing like weird, funky stuff. So I guess I'll keep spamming you guys with mails until you get tired of it. Congrats to Mr. Dark Sora. He's one of our regulars. And I am always happy to give away money if I have it. We need to do our bigger giveaway, which I think Sergio will honestly also win, because they had just a banger of a Bloodborne cosplay. The other Ares sucks. That's confirmed. You're definitely Ares. But let me show off the combos here real quick. So, you have your smoke scale. You can start in hammer and like throw down some of your hammer skills. They chunk. You switch over to spear. You can do some spear stuff. The spear stuff really is ancillary, but the big part is you switch into druid form. You build up might on your pet. You can cast the 2 instantly, and you don't necessarily need to stay in druid form, because once you gain the 25 might that you gain from We Heal as 1 there, as you can see, hammer skills just chunk. So it's pretty good. And your thanks to the boon duration, your might lasts for a pretty good time. So if I was actually good, I could rotate this a lot better and maintain a 25 might. I'm not good, so we'll be working on it. But we're learning. But congrats to our first winner. Hey, Maddie, what's up? Welcome back. How are we doing something? Doing things. We occasionally do things here. Mr. E-Girl. I may swap in Survival Instincts, we'll see. The only 2 trait lines that really give you might by themselves without speccing into like Untamed or Soul Beast are really... I guess I could get might from the Druid trait as well, but I don't really want to do that because it doesn't last very long. It's kind of only there for... excuse me, PvE. Are skirmishing and marksmanship. Ranger has a lot more tools, but a lot, like, they're harder to access, you know? Yeah, we're theoretically going to do a Bloodborne cosplay contest, Cash. I wanted to do it for a larger giveaway in October, but it's, you know, it's been a few months since then. Ooh, a Zerg. I can show off how this Zergs as well. you guys doing? You just defending this? Oh, that's boring. Throw some supply into this wall. Yeah, we'll see, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see when I get time. Oh, did you get the, what's it called? Calabalabal? The new spear? Maddie? That thing's sick. I'm probably just gonna wait till it goes down and put in a buy order on the trading post. Like 100% on it. Is this 2 thieves? It's 2 thieves. Fuck this. Oh, man. Nice. Look at this thing, man. Holy crap. Those are some animations, dude. Mesmer animations with spear are already hectic. We are also dangerously close to 400 followers on Twitch. I have to do this for, like, as a real job. Look at this arsenal that's, like, floating behind him. It's like all the other spears. This guy's name, though. I think that's the best Azura name I've seen. Yeah, Ranger, I think, is the logical next choice for warrior refugees. I actually started playing Druid in PV as well. I wanted to... And it kind of sucks. But part of the reason that I ended up doing boon testing was because of Druid. Because I was like, why is my alacrity duration just, like, bad? And it turns out because building 88% boon duration or whatever you theoretically need is not enough. This is content. Player versus golem. Content in the most broad sense. There's no way we get this thing down. Oh, Soul Beast is just insane, right? Soul Beast is the Willbender of Ranger, where it has no downside at all to the class. It's so crazy to me that you can still just eat a dead pet and vomit it out, and it just heals it, right? Condi spam, dagger, yeah. I assume you just roll through all your evades and then go into druid form and heal yourself, Dream. What amulet does it run in PvP? Do you run anything with healing power? Like, is it Sage or anything? I would almost think you don't. Yeah, we'll work on the build. It'll get there. No build is perfect like the first couple times out of the gate. No, Dreamology is talking about like druid stuff. I don't think you PvP, Maddie. Yeah, you use Sage? Okay. Sage is another stat I'd like to see added to World vs. World. I think it'd be sick. Sure it is. 100% balanced. That's why Moa stance gave you like plus 88% boon duration forever. And also stacked above the boon duration cap. Yeah. Boon Beast was insane when Soul Beast came out, dude. Moa stance was the most broken, like low-key broken thing for the longest time. I will say fighting you actually really helped iterate on this build, Dream, because I realized that part of the problem obviously was like that I don't have any or didn't have any healing power on this build, and it is a druid build, so the Selly trinkets definitely help. Yeah, right, Sikkim damage. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Ranger's a cool design class. I really like it a lot. It's got some cool systems on it. I really like the fact that you can do this, where you like throw the 3 down and then throw the 2 down, so you can do it if you're like good. In druid form, stuff like that. Kinda neat. Let's see if we can take this tower. Switch up the song a little bit, much as I love Killer Instinct. Everyone else is saying it's lagging too. Well, at least it's not just me. I was worried that was because I switched to Wi-Fi, but apparently not. Oh, my inventory. Oh, the golems are back. Okay, problem. Problems have arisen. Invisible Kitty is whispering me. What? Hello? What fashion is this? I don't know. I kind of did a Goddess of War style. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. I just kind of started making stuff. It's pretty sick. Eddie's fashion's always on point as well. Oh, look, they're taking the tower. We should probably leave. I think they're pushing an update, if I had to guess, because I was trying to whisper people in the middle of the day as well, and it was doing the same crap. Where it would, like, try to whisper them, and then, you know, literally 20 minutes later, it would bring up the chat box. I was like, alright, this can't be me. It's so weird that those first two hits crit for 900 and the second one crit for whatever. Like 15. I know, right? Nothing unusual. It must be Winter's Day or something, yeah. I don't think they did an announcement for Winter's Day. I don't think that's tomorrow, right? I think we got at least another week for that. Oh, Ranger Greatsword's dope. I actually, like, hallucinated talking to one of my friends the other night. And by hallucinate, I mean I actually talked to him first time forever. He's probably, like, one of, if not the best Ranger I've ever known. And we were talking about how Ranger Greatsword is, like, still really good compared to the other Greatswords. Like, the Greatsword tier list probably goes Ranger, Revenant, everything else, right? Oh, Warrior sucks. Warrior Greatsword in 2024 is one of the worst weapons. Winter's Day is tomorrow, really. I figured they would give us more of a heads up, but maybe I just missed it. I was actually trying to pay attention to Guild Wars news over the weekend. Warrior Greatsword is one of the worst weapons currently. I have no idea what it's supposed to do. The only good button on it is the 3. I take that back. The only good button on Bladesworn is the 3. No, the 2 sucks. The 2 roots you, the 4 doesn't do anything and is reflectable, the 5 hits one target and still misses half the time. And you only get Arcing Slice when you're not a Bladesworn. So what use is it really? Arcing Slice is actually a really good button. Arc Divider is not. It's really funny to me that the regular burst skill is, like, way better than the, you know, juiced up Berserker one, but here we are. Yeah, the 2 is a DPS loss. Greatsword has no identity right now. Oh, it's Sergio. We have, like, our whole friend group. That's awesome. I mean, Warrior's entire kit is centered on damage, and damage isn't very good right now. So it doesn't have anything else. I'm really glad they finally nerfed, what's it called? Oh, what's the name of the stupid skill? Full counter. Full counter was so much of Warrior's power budget, even though full counter honestly wasn't that broken. It just has a really low cooldown. I honestly wish they would buff full counter back to where it was, and then make the cooldown a little bit longer, like 2 seconds longer or something. Like, if full counter should hit at least another 60 range, something like that. The perfect rework for old Warrior weapons is exactly this, guys, where you can select an offensive or defensive version of each of your skills. They'll never get that much, like, development budget, but that is absolutely what, like, my pie in the sky dream for every Warrior weapon, right? Because they're supposed to be the weapons masters. So if you got to customize your weapon before you go into combat, that would make a lot of sense. My food ran out. Tragic, truly. Berserker, Bladesworn, now Spellbreaker. Warrior's probably the most nerfed class. Maybe I don't know, if you take into account the nanosecond that, well, not nanosecond, the 2 years that Mirage had one dodge, maybe that wins, but like, because that was stupid. Honestly, Kashima, I don't want them to unroot 100 Blades because it would probably mean they're not going to do anything else to the kit. I really just want a complete overhaul for how Greatsword works, honestly. The only button I still like on it is the 3, and that's barely. It's so outdated from its target cap to what it does to its auto attack chain to arc divider to everything. It just doesn't feel good. I really hate it. Is this the right ledge? Whatever. We'll try it. I think these catapults can hit. Let's hope here. Gotta go get more supply. Run supply, guys. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I will say, if they come out with it, I think I said this maybe, I don't know, to myself in the mirror when I was hallucinating streaming or something, but like maybe last time. If they make new elite specs for the last expansion, they're going to be hectic. Especially if they don't have to deal with the, you know, where one of our traits just is used to give boon in PvE, right? If you actually have 3 viable Grandmasters again on any kind of spec that you can choose from, that's going to be kind of insane. I'm so ticked off they took all the flavor off like that. It's so gross. Your Grandmaster should do something, damn it. At least they still do on Holosmith and Soul Beast and stuff. I just wish they did on like every spec. I do wonder if they will actually buff any spears. Probably, honestly, probably not. Maybe Ranger. Maybe Necro. See if we have enough. Probably not. Maybe? Yeah, it's a tough ask, especially once you buy an expansion for a spear and then the spear gets yeeted from space, no matter what class you're on. Like, unless you're a Mesmer or Guardian, the spears feel like butt to use right now, and I really wish they had waited to nerf all of them at the same time. I would really like to be able to turn this catapult without doing the Macarena, thank you. Make sure you guys are getting numbers as well. The Jaguar still gets stealth and crit. You just can't use it in downstate anymore. That's the only thing they nerfed on it. Like, the fact that... It's weird that they acknowledge that you can use pet skills in downstate at all. That's what stock does now. It just gives you reduced stealth compared to the Jaguar. I don't know if it's a worse GS. I think it's a more defensive GS because you do get stealth with Ranger Spear. I don't think Ranger Spear is actually as bad as most people think. It's just, especially after playing it for a while, it's just not Greatsword, right? And Greatsword is good. Like, the numbers on it are fine. The utility on it is fine. The fact that they were really conservative with giving it stealth and also, like, not making it bullshit is really good, because that would have been really oppressive if they hadn't done that. But I don't know. I don't know how you make it as fluid as Greatsword without making it just unfair, right? Like, especially when you already have Greatsword that you could combo it with potentially. Well, Greatsword's just good. It's just a good weapon. Yeah, welcome to World vs. World. We'll be here all day. Honestly, I don't hate this change either. It's just a lot when you're, like, roaming and stuff. You know? I'm glad that things are a little bit more defensive. I wish they had just done something like nerfed cats as well with the change. Like maybe only done half the health increase and also nerfed the movement speed, or I don't know, the health on, not really the movement speed, but the health on War Claws. I don't like how they implemented War Claws at all. Welcome to episode 48 of us here, killing the Keep Lord, or Tower Lord. Hey, we did it. Yeah, they're good skills, honestly. And the fact that their animations aren't instant is really good as well. That's why you stopped playing World vs. World for a month. That makes sense. Well, Sora, Dream agrees with you. They also hate the change. It's pretty funny. I think the bears should talk slowly, but if you give them quickness, they should talk faster in Janther Wilds. I think that would be an acceptable compromise. Wow, that doesn't sound fun to fight at all. There's this roaming group of like 2 Mirages and 1 Willbender, or like where the 2 Mirages will just run the Daze mantra. If they look like Little Azura, I run into them a lot with like the tier we're in. And I'm not really complaining because it's a combo that works, but like they'll just spam Daze interrupt you, and then the Willbender will kill you, and there's no counterplay. You just die if you don't have like 2 other people running with you. It's very oppressive. I will say, as somebody who played Mesmer 4 years, I have no idea how the Daze mantra is still AoE, let alone in the game, period. There's no tell for it, and the counterplay is impossible. But it's so much of Mesmer's power budget is on that one mantra that they can't remove it, I feel like. Willbender's insane, yeah. It's not fun to fight them. It's very difficult. I don't think the distortion was a mistake, Drake. I think that the shared weapons thing was a mistake so that, virtuosos and non-chronomancers can use shield, because shield is chronomancer. Shield is an insane weapon. Like, shield is just nuts. Look, he's at like 2% health. Solid. Oh, Moonshot missed because, you know. See, if he had actually used the real heal skill instead of the Willbender heal, he would have lived there. Is this guy just defending this camp? I think they are. Group up, guys. Oh boy, never mind. Run. Run if you can. There's gonna be a lot of people. See if I can help you guys live. Up. Nope. Nope. That's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Nope. 2 Willbenders just like, meow. Boom. That's fair. That's fair. I don't even know if it's Defender's Relic. Maybe Defender's on Virtuoso with shield. But the shield on Virtuoso or the shield on Mirage is a huge mistake. Because Chronomancer's only defensive utility was in the shield. I mean, that's fair. We weren't going to win that. It's okay. Took some stuff. Took their tower. That's better. 1 purple thief, 1 blue thief. Yeah. I mean, that's just thief. I do want to see if I can make a... What's it called? A wacky Bladesworn build with Relic of the Stormsinger or something like that. See if it's really just that much. Vert just has so much period, Dream. You can just leave it there. It's not just defense. Shatters, Aegis, Piercing, 5 target nukes. You know? 1200 range. Another invuln. Yeah. Alacrity relic. They really need to take Relic of Rivers out of the game, and I say that as somebody who uses it. It's the new Celestial gear. It's like destroying build crafting. Not everything runs it, but the things that do. Drink Dos Equis. See if we can get this one Willbender. It's like in this camp. Hello? Get him, Panther. Oh, the Panther doesn't stay stealthed anymore when it attacks. That's interesting. I can heal through your bullshit, dude. There we go. We got the one Willbender in a completely fair fight. Demon Queen's good. Demon Queen's good on everything. I would probably take Demon Queen if I was running Condi. But look at the claws are alright on Hammer Berserker. I just think there are better relics. I think there are other ways to get damage, basically. I mean, if you can just constantly apply poison or daze something, that's extremely good. Like, Demon Queen's extremely good on Spellbreaker as well. For obvious reasons. There will always be the most OP relic, whether it's PvP or World vs. World or whatever right now. Right now it's Stormsinger in PvP. Before it was Rivers. I'm sure it'll be something with the next 4 releases that we're getting or whatever. Well, the reason, Dream, that Demon Queen feels good against Willbender is because, like I was saying, the weakness of Willbender was that when you used to do damage to them, when their their healing signet or whatever it's called wasn't bullshit, the damage would stay. Yep, he ported. Now there's no way to get the damage to stay when you hit a Willbender because they have a healing skill that's literally the best in the game. So it's just alright. But if you're constantly applying poison to them, that's a way to sort of turn the fight into an even fight, you know what I mean? Because even if they're constantly applying poison to you, the damage, you know, the trade-off is worth it. It's like trading in a fighting game. What's Storm Signet do? Relic of the Stormsinger, when you use it, go check out Captain Crabface's most recent video, Kashima. It's like 8 minutes long. He's done this, he's done like this 3-video series on why Willbender's bullshit. And Homage and I have been talking about it in his comments a fair bit. Relic of the Stormsinger basically has a 3-second cooldown, similar to Air Sigil, right? And says when you use a non-teleport movement skill, your next attack does a Chain Lightning attack in an AoE. And essentially what this does is it makes all of your Willbender shit, basically, pretty much, except for the F3 and the teleports, guaranteed to multi-hit, even if they already aren't symbols, and you already have a lot of multi-hitting stuff on Willbender, whether it's the sword skill or the symbols or your auto attack on sword or whatever it is, or Spear 4. So all your stuff multi-hits now, and it multi-hits for a lot because you have like 25 might in PvP. Yeah, it's real. Like, even if it did 1 damage, it would still be extremely good because it just strips Aegis, right? Or single target blocks like on Warrior or whatever, where it's just... It also doesn't do the... I pointed this out in his comments. It doesn't do the strike instantly when you use the movement skill. It makes your next attack do the Chain Lightning hit. So as long as your next attack that hits something, so as long as, say Maddie had Aegis right now, right? And I run up to him, and I attack him, right? My attack is going to connect with the Aegis. But because it registers that I hit something, the actual Stormsinger thing does a lightning strike, and it'll hit for like 2 to 3k. So it's constant power pressure. Yeah, it'll basically count as ignoring blind. It strips age. It's insane. It's an insane relic, and it can crit, and it scales off of power damage. So it's stuff like that when ANET puts it in the game. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Did you test this? Did you think about the macro systems of the game at all? Or are you just like, you know, YOLO, fuck it, it's 2024, who cares? I don't really know, man. A little bit A, a little bit of B, probably. There's always going to be OP stuff in the game. That's why it's fun. But Stormsinger's just fucking nuts. Those interest chat. Oh my god. Ugh, capillaries. That's what I get for drinking caffeine. Oh my god. Guild Wars 1 was way worse balance-wise. I've had people tell me Guild Wars 1 was amazing balance-wise. No, this is a power build, Drake Nice, so I'm using, what's it called? It'll be updated after the videos, sorry. I'm using Relic of the Midnight King, which applies Fury whenever you CC something in order to get the Remorseless procs. That's like with our trivia tonight. But on Dreamonology's Condi build, I know they use Demon Queen. That's why we're talking about it. Sorry about that, I just saw it. Let's see, what would the... What's the let's like, this is a really good, what's it called? What do I think of the newest singer for Linkin Park? I don't care. And sing better than I can. I can't sing that well. Power to her. Guild Wars 2 had better PvP systems, but worse balance. Alright, makes sense. No, like, so... If Relic of this... Look at Sergio in his, like, Christmas outfit. Christmas ho. Ho ho ho, am I right, chat? So, let's fix Relic of the Stormsinger, right? What's the problem? It's not necessarily the double hit, because Relic of the Stormsinger does do its damage second. Come back, guys, get supply. It does do its damage second, right? So, the thing that's actually damaging you is the Stormsinger hit, not like, you know, your Arc Divider or whatever. So let's fix it. I think if you just make it so Relic of the Stormsinger either doesn't scale with power or can't crit, that, like, fixes it, right? Because it's still kind of a really cool, like, counter to Aegis and Blind, right? Like, that should be in the game somewhere. Or maybe it gives you the buff on the start of your forced movement skill, so that it actually does the, it does, like, the Relic of the Stormsinger hit first? No, that would be way too good. Yeah, maybe can't crit. I think that's how we fix it, right? Because I don't know if air sigils can crit. I believe air sigils can and fire can't, but don't quote me on that. Because my immediate idea was like, oh, you run this with air sigil, and then the air sigil also automatically hits them because they have the same cooldown, right? I don't know, maybe we'll try some Bladesworn shenanigans with that later in the week. It's like how I don't exactly think Shieldmaster on Warrior is fair, but also, like, it's the only thing Warrior has right now, so I don't know. I'm gonna go run supply, you guys can start catting. Sergio's coming with. Sergio can get supply. I'll sit here and be a scrub. Yeah, air's real good. I saw Hydromancy on some build I was running, and I was like, what? For PV. Hydromancy's coming back. Back before the numbers got so ludicrous that 5% damage was, like, worth it, you know? Hydromancy's kind of... What's it called? 2? Oh, we got this. Bro, we got this. Hydromancy's kind of, Sigil of whatever it's called. Stormsinger? A Relic of the Stormsinger? Sergio, come here and kill this guy. Come on. Don't be a baby. Oh, Sergio is here. Maddie's typing. That makes sense. 2v2. I'm doing it. Doing it, chat. Oh, he's got every boon in the game. It's so good. It's so good. Damn it. I didn't manage to get my pet swap before it died here. There we go. Oh, Maddie showed up. Cheating. Can confirm. See you, Aries. Have a good night. Thank you for joining, dude. More than welcome. Oh, it was sort of a 2v2. What's this? Ooh, a thief. Hello. Mr. Stage Hazard, would you like to fight? He would not like to fight. He would like to not be here. He is, after all, a thief over there. Yeah, he's already fucking over there, dude. Good luck. Yeah, on weapon swap's pretty good. I mean, there's a reason that none of these sigils, like Hydromancy or Air or anything, are in PvP, right? Hey, Slater GL. Welcome, dude. Thank you for the follow. Just saw that. Sorry. Appreciate it. Hopefully you're enjoying the content. Oh, yeah. No worries, man. You know when I stream. It's all good. But there's a reason that, like, Air and Hydromancy and all this other shit aren't in PvP, right? They're kind of crazy, so... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We got, like, Zerg fights going on. Let's go help this Zerg, guys. The Chronomancer's having none of it. Hey, the Amoeba actually did something. It's too good. I'm telling you guys, the Spider's Web is like the best skill on the spear. It's so quality. So strong. The fact that it's not a projectile is insane. And again, don't quote me on that, but it seems to be not a projectile. Hello, Mr. Thief. He's a thief over there, don't fuck with him. I mean, the reloadable shouts thing was kind of cool, but when you could use them with Reaper runes, right? But the reloadable shouts thing was also pretty bullshit. I mean, Chill's a good condition. Oh look, he's invulnerable. Fucking Willbenders, man. This is a real class that's in the game still. What the fuck? You just like cheat, dude. Just actual hacks. This class is actual hacks, by the way. Blocked. Actually just cheating. Oh my god. Are we chasing this guy to the ends of the earth? We're doing it. Actually doing it. The problem is his renewed focus is already back up. It's kind of an issue. Oh dear. I don't have Druid form to res this guy. Oh, this is a glass guy too. I think he's glass too, not the Willbender, the other guy. Oh dear, there's more of them. This is a problem. This is definitely a problem now. Oh man, chase too far. Actually just cheating though if you play that class. Good god. Like, I want it to be good. I don't want it to be just like Thief, but better in every way, you know? Because Thief is already super annoying to fight in World versus World. It's like if they haven't... Willbender is like if they hadn't nerfed Revenant, chat. Like if all of Revenant's teleports were actually instant like they were when they debuted Shiro, and it had like no energy cost for any of them, and they were all 1200 range. Do you remember that? Like that's how Revenant was gonna release, and after the beta they were like, no, you need some wind up on some of this shit. Like Willbender's so insane. Right, exactly, but Willbender gets like the 18k HP or whatever. It's just crazy. Like that, you know? How do you fight that? I think you just don't, right? Like there's no chance. It's like 2 thieves. Oh my god. Willbender is a Guardian spec and that upsets you? Kinda. I mean, I'm fine with giving Guardian mobility. I think that's a good idea. But where's my warrior teleports and mobility arena net? Is this actually 3 thieves? It's actually 3 thieves. Oh my god. Why? Why? No chance, man. Yeah, like no, not even Heart of Thorns Rev, like pre-release Heart of Thorns Rev. I mean, they're just thieves. They're allowed to be thieves over there, away from me. In their own thief corner. Oh man. I honestly might change a lot of the Celestial gear on this build to what's it called? Crusader. Crusader's a really underused stat, and I really enjoy it. It's like power, toughness, ferocity, healing power. I guess you would lose the... Selly's so good as a supplemental stat, though, now. It's, like, kind of insane. Dang, the Forest Spider. You want some action? Oh, man. No, it'll get Reaper Shroud and Stealth next update, dude. Give Willbender Stealth, please. That's what they need. Honestly, chat, there's very few things that can make me quit the game, but like if Willbender gets Stealth, I quit. That's it. I'm done. You can look forward to Infinity Hades streams forever. Oh no, Sergio's dying, probably to the 3 thieves. Where are you, Sergio? Jesus. Over there. Are you helping a Zerg? Let's go try to meet up with him. Oh my god. It is actually kind of crazy that Bladesworn has an elite skill that reloads all of its Bladesworn skills, but all the Bladesworn skills kind of suck. But Guardian already had a skill that reloads all of its like virtue skills, and all the virtue skills don't suck. So it's kind of like if Willbender... I guess that's part of the problem, right? Like, it's kind of like it has unnerfed tactical reload when you think about it in a way. Where it's just like, what the fuck, man? Oh my god. Willbender gets Reaper Shroud and Stealth. And Continuum Split. God, if they gave Willbender Continuum Split, I think the game might actually break. Like, the game might crack in half. Signet Evolutions, you get your F1 to F4 back, but you don't get Continuum Split back, right, Drake? I think that's a big carve-out that a lot of people don't think about. And, like, my justification for Willbender, like, still kind of being OP is that they can do carve-outs like that, where I do think that if they were going to nerf Willbender in some way, it should be how Renewed Focus affects the virtues. In a way, you know? Like, maybe Renewed Focus only refreshes them by, like, 20%, or... it goes on cooldown based on, you know, an additional, kind of like how Mimic works, an additional 20% for each, you know, 20% a skill was refreshed or something like that. Renewed Focus is like a 60% or 60-second cooldown skill. It's real nuts. Beef over there. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god, guys, run. What I get for itching my nose. Run! 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 No, they got Sergio! Yeah, they're already low cooldown skills. I don't know. It's like how I said with my when I chimed into the Bladesworn post on Reddit. Everybody plays and counterplays everything else really differently. So your experience with Willbender, even playing it or versus it, is going to differ quite a lot versus somebody else's. So I don't really know how, you know, what the magic bullet is. And a lot of the time ArenaNet doesn't either. And they'll just try stuff, right? Like removing the stun on, what's it called? Unyielding Dragon. And maybe that was a good decision. Maybe it wasn't. I'll never know because Bladesworn is completely unplayable in PvP right now. So it is what it is, right? We'll never get to have that discussion because the rest of the class is so unplayably bad. It could be, you know, that. It could be something else. He over there. He gone. He gone. Ugh. You talk about skilled 7 to 9. You mean how it's really weird that all of their utilities suck and yet you need them for the PvE rotation? I agree. From a actual gameplay standpoint, that's one of the biggest design problems of it right now. Is that it doesn't bring anything to the group, and you just need your Bladesworn skill. They're just there to do your rotation. And it, like, things like your stun break are there for PvE reasons and not in terms of PvP. It's incredibly strange. The entire kit is broken. But having talked to my friend, who I may or may not have been paying to play Bladesworn partially because I want to watch him suffer, and partially because really more that I just want his opinion on stuff because he has interesting balance takes, and I don't really play PvE. He remarked on that, where it's really strange that you need all of your Bladesworn kit to do your rotation, and it doesn't do anything else. And because of that, it doesn't really bring anything else and doesn't have a lot of customization to the group. So yeah, it still technically functions in PvE, but it's only at melee, and that's like it, right? So, yeah, baffling shrug. Is what it is, I suppose. It's just very strange. Prepare to get jumped on by like 8 thieves. Engage. But hey, the stream hasn't dropped, which is pretty solid compared to last time. Hasn't dropped yet, I should say. Let's do our second giveaway, guys. We need another. Well, we already did a trivia topic. Let's do exclamation point January in. No, better. Exclamation point Winter's Day in chat. To enter for 25 gold. You must be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. But thank you if you are. Shaman's got new teasers. Also, PSA, go enter the Winter's Day holiday advent calendar giveaway that Guild Wars 2 Efficiency does. There's some really good stuff there. You can enter up to 2 alts, so like 3 accounts total, I believe. But don't enter more than that, because I think they record your IP and stuff, so that will disqualify you. Dang, this guy's name is Fast Hands. Great name. Great trait. The weird thing is Electric Fence used to be worse, and they made it better by combining the two, like, gadgets you could throw down, and it still sucks. Partially because it's a line, and it's not a dome like every other thing in the game that blocks projectiles. Like, there's a reason that they changed most of the projectile box to be rings instead of walls, you know? And the other thing is, again, Bladesworn didn't suck on release of End of Dragons. It didn't. The kit, even if you take tactical reload away, the kit was way better and made way more sense. Like, even without the auto attack, like having this weird reflectable projectile on it, the kit was way better because the 2 stripped Aegis and had a function. And God, I could go on forever. Like, the 3 was better because it didn't take a year to cast and you got 3 charges and it actually worked with Lush Forest. Daring Dragon made sense because the Dragon Trigger 3 wasn't automatically unblockable, so you couldn't just sit in Dragon Trigger and spam it. There was actual counterplay to fighting somebody with Daring Dragon. It was so much better on release. Like, Bladesworn just absolutely got not even neutered, just like put through the ringer after release, man. Should we try it? Yeah, but that's because people are stupid, right? The same thing happens all the time whenever they show something where people are like, oh, nerf it, lol. It's like how they showed Warrior Spear and everyone was like, oh, Paragon's coming back. And my comment to that was, explain how this is at all Guild Wars 1 Paragon. And they're like, oh, Paragon, lol, is gonna be in it. No. Bro, this is nothing like Paragon, and also Paragon sucked. This Willbender is fucking immortal, dog. Alright, time to make him not able to... At least he fought. Thank you, dude. Thank you for fighting us. Appreciated. You didn't just yeet into Narnia. First honorable Willbender in the world. People are stupid, dude. Myself included, but people are really stupid. Especially in terms of balance and things, because again, all of balance, including my feedback, is focused through what you play and your perception of a thing. So if a dev that doesn't, I don't know, for some reason they're in charge of balance, but they never do PvP, if they just get killed by a Bladesworn in PvP, it's going to get nerfed to shit. Like, if I get killed by Thieves or Willbenders over and over, I'm going to complain about it. But, like, you have to be able to identify the pain points, and that's something I think that ArenaNet has gotten a lot better at. It's just that their communication, their balance cadence is so fucking slow that it's like, dude, come on. Like, either hire somebody who has a better, like, can push out more quality balance patches, or, like, I don't know, man. I'll buy more gems if it means we get faster balance patches, but look, you gotta give me some quality. Might Makes Right is another weird trait, because it does nothing to... It's in the support line, but it does nothing to help your party. It would make so much more sense if they had just... Like, here's the thing, chat. They wanted support warrior and tech, even just to tick a box, right? Even if it was just to tick a box because, I don't know, whoever was balancing PvE hates warrior. They theoretically wanted warrior to be able to do support in PvE. It doesn't. For lots of different reasons, but it doesn't, right? If they had just made Might Makes Right heal your party members, it would have done a better job of being a support class, in quotes, than all of the other stupid changes that actually took development work since then. And it would have taken less dev time. I don't know why they didn't just change that. Just make it like 2 health in World vs. World or whatever. You're worried about people might spamming or whatever you think. There was an interesting comment on, I forget what it was. It was like when they the first time they nerfed Warrior Spear, it was like, now I know why the Sun Spears went extinct or something, because all of Warrior Spears are based on Sun Spear skills. And it was like, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, Warrior especially, like, between Bladesworn and Spear being Sun Spear, it seems to get some of the deepest lore implications And some of the just like bitch weak actual implementations of like the weapon, you know what I mean? Especially if you take into account like things like original Warrior Spear that had like negative dev time into it and was the stupidest thing in a video game I've ever touched. Like, ANET did course correct on that, and I still think Warrior Spear is much better now than it was. I still don't know why the reset's there on the on the 5 skill, but whatever. Like, I just don't understand. Like, does the balance team hate the lore team? Like, is that just like a thing that we don't know about? You know, it's just weird. Like, am I the only one who thinks that's weird? It's weird, right? Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. I want to know, man. Because Bladesworn was so, not integral, but at least prominent in the End of Dragon's story. And then they were like, this isn't going to get fixed for 2 years. Why? And then fucking ANET opens a window and floats, like opens an umbrella and floats through a window. Exclamation point Winter's Day in chat. Chat, you got 3 minutes. This is for our second giveaway. You have to be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. We gotta give some money away, man. I'm making money selling End of Dragons legendaries. I got too much. Take my money. Internal. Yeah, that's what Guild Wars has referred to the whole time, Dream, is the internal drama within ArenaNet. I don't know, man. I'm just making shit up, but it's just weird. Like that's again why I would just like more communication. Although ANET, like my friend pointed out today, you don't have to communicate better if you just make your game good. And it is good, but if you made your game great, I probably wouldn't be bitching about it. I probably still would. I'd be bitching less. Probably. I want to take this camp these guys have been guarding the entire time. And then apparently I can give Maddie... Oh, we have 2 entries. We have 3 entries. 3 entries for Winter's Day. You can win more than once, so if you've already won a lottery, that's totally fine. Dude, if they don't fucking give Thief and... If they do weapons again and they don't give Thief Greatsword, like... I feel like all the Thief players are just gonna shit a kitten, dude. Like... I don't know. They so don't want to do offhand weapons on Thief, so the only solution to that is to me give it Greatsword. But I'm getting really tired of the new weapon thing. I think it's really polluted the weapon. Like, I know it doesn't sell expansions, but I would have really just preferred them rework like Rifle into Warrior Spear, like what it ended up being, or something like that. Again, that doesn't sell expansions, so you know, whatever. But they definitely had the design space, as Cal would say, to do that. Double Mace on Thief would be real dumb. Probably just because fuck you, you play Thief. I don't really know, man. Greatsword on Thief just seems, or just honestly offhand sword, like they've actually been wanting for years. I can't believe Thief got main hand axe and nothing else. That's such a cop-out. It should have gotten X-Axe, and the offhand axe on Scepter could have actually been support. It is such an effing cop-out, as far as I'm concerned. I think Thief actually has the worst weapon variety currently, right? Like, it might still be NG or Ellie, but I think it's probably Thief. They still only have 2 offhand weapons. It's definitely, like, Thief is getting there. It'd be funny if they give Thief offhand Greatsword and then just don't buff Warrior still. But if nothing else, I'm really happy that Spellbreaker finally got, like, tapped on the head so that they have some, hopefully, development budget to buff interesting things on Warrior. Because that's been part of the problem, is, like, I don't know, I messaged Roy about this, and maybe that's why full counter got fixed, maybe it isn't, but like, and by fixed I mean nerfed. So much of, at least in terms of PvP, like Warriors power carnival tickets or whatever has been in Spellbreaker. It has nothing to do with like Warrior or Berserker or Bladesworn. It's just Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker is good. Spellbreaker is simple. It's strong. Offhand Greatsword would be sick. Catch up with the, what's it called? Yeah, Ellie Greatsword would be sick too. Honestly, I'd settle if they just fixed, Fiery Greatsword on Ellie. I've wanted a pass at the other older conjured weapons on Ellie forever. Because they kind of did that years ago on NG, and they really never did it for Ellie except for Shield. And then, you know, lo and behold, Shield is the best one. Shield is borderline, if not completely busted in World vs. World. This Doliak is lagging. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Let's see what's going on with this tag. Ooh, they're defending the keep. That looks like fun. I would also like to defend keep. Ellie would get Greatsword and it would be an actual functional projectile weapon unlike Spear. In case you didn't know, chat, Spear 5 and Fire is still bugged in every game mode and doesn't, like, do any of its hits. Like, I think how it works is the projectiles on Volcano just go up into the air and then stay up and they never actually come back down. Even though they, like, animate coming back down, so I don't really know. I know it's theoretically supposed to be, like, the best damage on Ellie in PvE. My friends have talked about this a lot, but it just doesn't work. See, Dream, the reason I don't think that they're going to do more weapons, or at least I copium think that they aren't going to do more weapons, is because Cal was saying that Spear on Ellie is a substitute, basically, for Longbow. Like, he said that 4 or 5 times during their preview stream for Elementalist. Elementalist Spear. So, I would be astonished if Elementalists get a Longbow. Not so much that Ellie got Longbow, but that anything got anything additional. But yeah, I know Ellie players have wanted Longbow forever. Meanwhile, NG off in the corner. We'd like a good offhand weapon, ArenaNet. What's that? You want a two-handed shortbow? No, we'd really like an offhand two-handed shortbow. It is, NG players. At least Spear feels awful to play. I'll take your word for it. I'm making Ranger Spear work, so maybe I'm just bad. It's entirely possible the skills on it are just bad. What happened? Did our tag wipe? Our tag's like over there. Alright. Throw some lunar impacts into the Zerg. Help out, theoretically. Oh god. Theoretically is the big part of that. Where's our Zerg, dude? Oh, they're still in the keep. That makes more sense. Like, I saw a tag. Hey, Meg, what's up? I gotta try this Ellie Spear thing. I'm forcing myself to use Ranger Spear, and I'm not hating it on this build, so... It's definitely not at broken builds level, though. So we'll have to cook a little bit more. But I'm also just bad at Ranger. Big factor. I don't even know if it's decent for PvP. It might be decent for World vs. World. I think if you take Spear, though, Dream, you have to take Earth Shield. Like, especially if you're not going, like, one-shot nuke. I think Earth Shield just gives you so much utility on whatever flavor of Elementalist you're playing. Oh, the tag has, like, 5 people. Oh, that makes sense why this Borderland is queued. I don't understand why Borderlands get queued when the tags have, like, 2 people on them. Very, very odd. What's not queued here? Is Desert or EBG not queued? Let's go to Desert. Let's see what's on Desert. And I gotta do a giveaway. So I'll give you guys 2 more minutes. Exclamation point Winter's Day in chat. It comes out tomorrow for our second giveaway. You have to be followed on Twitch or just exist on YouTube. And that'll be for 25 gold. We will roll that. Their shield's just amazing. Like on Kata, it gives you stab. On everything else, it gives you magnetic aura. Like it's just good. Yeah, we got stuff to take. Cool. Run around on desert for a while. Itchy chat. Ah, my face. No one wants money. All right. Do the drawing. I get it. I hate money too. Fair enough, I suppose. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we had a last second entry. Let me add that. There you go. Yeah, I do giveaways every Monday or Tuesday, whichever day I can stream first. So today is Monday. Usually give away at least 50 gold, if not more. Wow, we have a lot of restream messages. You gotta make sure that's not flipping over incorrectly. Gunsaber, I would settle for different styles of Gunsaber based on which Grandmaster you took, right? Kind of like the Reaper trait. Click this button. 3, 2, 1. Maddie is one. Hey, it's our 2 roaming guys. That never happens. Congrats, dog. I'd say character name or an account name, but you're literally in my party. So let me send you money. Man needs money because he made a legendary spear. Cool. That takes my giving my vets money out of the way. Usually my bot picks new people. Kind of awkward, honestly. Congrats. Give him some congrats, chat. Yeah, it swaps the, like, arms of the mech or whatever, right? That's why I maintain that Mechanist got, like, all the development budget and Warrior got, like, nothing. Because even though Bladesworn was really good on release, the only reason it was good was because Tactical Reload was good. You guys gotta get ready to fight. This is happening. I said get ready to fight, not get ready to die. My god. Can I res you? Maybe. Res glyph down. I really don't think the res glyph is as good as people think it is. I think it's okay, but like the fact that it doesn't insta-res is kind of butt. Ugh, it's a lot of pressure. I want to be alive again. Let me die. Thank you. Oh, it's a good thing you won money then, Sergio. I like how Matty was the last one alive, even though he's pure glass because he's on Mesmer. Can I get to you and res you? Maybe. Sergio's gotcha. They need to redesign Bladesworn or revert it completely, Drake. There is no way to make existing Bladesworn balanced and fun and fair. Got him. Trying to heal you. Nice, got another one. Nice. I didn't be able to rally. Probably get you a stab. I should have pulsing stability. Press F to pay respects. Nice. Even fight, we win. Thank you, Deadeye Man, off in the corner shooting everybody. Even had a 5th rolling up on us. Good job, guys. Scrapper reworks is a good example of them doing a good rework, honestly. Yeah, sometimes we have good fights. I like remember to press my buttons. They're pretty good. Ugh. I just don't think that existed. Like, this is why on my pie in the sky, let's make the bullets into initiative rework for Bladesworn, it was going to be an option, right? Because a lot of people do like how Bladesworn works and plays right now, and I don't want to take that away from them just because I think it's bad, right? So I wanted to make it an option, like it's a Grandmaster you spec into, and then it changes the spec to do the new shit, right? Something like that, and something that competes with Unyielding Dragon, because Unyielding Dragon is, I don't know. I think it's really underpowered, but also I think, like, in the state of power we're at right now, maybe not, with, like, Willbender being dumb. So, I'm not really sure. I just think that, like, there's no way to... So much of Warrior, again, Warrior isn't bad. So much of Warrior is, like, the things on Warrior that are good are really fucking good, like Unshakable Mountain and Fast Hands, and the things on Warrior that suck really, really suck, like the rest of the Elite spec or everything else in Discipline. Not everything else in Discipline, but because Leg Specialist, or not Leg Specialist, Warrior Sprint is there, but you get my point, right? Like, there's one or two things that completely carry the functionality of the class, and everything else is just, like, there because you have to take a trade. So if you get rid of Unshakable Mountain, Bladesworn is completely unplayable, because all it does is gain barrier. Or, like, if you took away Shieldmaster reflecting projectiles, Bladesworn is completely unplayable, because all it does is, like, you know, generate Aegis and gain barrier. So, stuff like that, if you take Shieldmaster at all. I don't really know. Part of the problem, too, is that, again, it's balanced around, like, most of Warrior is balanced around being able to, like, dunk out its burst skills every 6 seconds, right? But you can't have that on Bladesworn because, like, it has so many limiting factors. You have to generate flow, you have to go into a stance, you have to hit, and then, like, by nature in PvP, you take the one trait that makes that attack unblockable. So having an unblockable attack every 8 seconds that does theoretically a bajillion damage, or at least a lot of damage, is really strong. The problem with that is everything else surrounding that, because it means you don't get a regular burst skill that can trigger all your traits, so you don't get any survivability or Conduit Cleanse, so you don't get to keep Berserker's Power, which doesn't even apply to your first slash like Berserk, you know, going into Berserk mode does, because going into Dragon Trigger doesn't trigger burst skills and adrenaline usage. Like, it's not a warrior class. It would need a complete rework or revert. And that's why I think that because ANET probably doesn't want to invest a bunch of, like, development budget into it, they should just revert it to the way it was on launch, except for the tactical reload thing, reloading shouts. That was dumb. I don't really know. I hope someone at ArenaNet is even more passionate about me and has been doing nothing but working on Bladesworn since it released. That's not happening, but I hope, right? Hey, thank you. I don't know. It's good discussions tonight, though. And if you out there have any suggestions for the Ranger build, please hit me up, because I am a potato when it comes to Ranger, and I am definitely still working on this build. We may switch it up to Wilderness Survival, because Wilderness Survival is just kind of good. But we'll see. We'll see. May give us some room to run a different relic as well. I'm definitely not loving Glyph of the Stars, though. It's okay. It's not the best. Where's Sergio? Sergio's back there. It's just me and Maddie. Me and Mr. Fishing. I just think Druid's one of those classes that it has so much potential and so many traits that interact really cool with each other. Just gotta keep working on it and keep finding ways to iterate. What I honestly may do is just throw a, in terms of the build, I may just throw a Vision Sigil on the hammer, which would get me the crits going into it. which would take away the need to run Midnight King at all. And then we may look into like Wilderness Survival, which will still give me Fury, as well as a lot of other things. Yeah, Druid did get a good rework because Ancient Seeds was really stupid. And like Druid's rework makes sense. Like even the minor traits are really strong on it, or the adept traits. I think it's called Blood Moon, the one that makes you do bleeding on CC or immobilize. It's really cool. Like that trait just with hammer, especially for some cover Condry, if you generate enough might, is really good. So it has a lot of stuff like that I'd like to see more of. I guess more of on other classes to clarify. We had a couple good fights. We had a group fight. We had a 2v2. I lost a bunch of outnumbered fights, which is what it is. It's bound to happen. I'm pretty bad at this class. Protein break, chat. Gotta put points into your own skill tree in real life too. You remember when the synthesizers were over there? That was a time. Yeah, Blood Moon's cool. Blood Moon's cool because you can do funky stuff with it as well, like put a Sigil of Absorption on it, or on whatever your weapon set is, and then like try to boon rip them and stuff like that. Yeah, no worries, Maddie. Thank you for joining. What I really want to do is find some. I know Carnivore, the one where you lifesteal whenever you CC something, is meant to be run with Untamed, but I really want to find a way to run Carnivore on Druid because I think that would be dope. Oh boy, that's a few people. Oh thanks. Run, Sergio. Run. Run. It's so weird that they were like, I guess not so weird isn't the right phrase to refer to it, but it's a little bit strange that there are still some core like weapon traits in the game and other weapons just don't have them. And I guess, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the weapons that don't have them, especially the newer ones like Staff on Warrior or Swords on Necromancer, seem to be the stronger ones, right? So I wonder if in January we'll get, like, I don't know, I have no reason to believe that, especially with the cadence the way it's been, but I wonder if we'll get any more weapon traits rolled into the base functionality of the weapon. Because even Warrior, like, all the spears do have this weird little internal mini game to them. And not that I want that for every weapon, like RSQ said, but I do think a lot of the mini games and the tech they developed for them are really good. And even the tech they've developed other places. Kind of like the hammer skills I was talking about. I don't know. Sky's the limit when it comes to this game. They just need to do it. And, you know, words are easy and work's hard, but I get it. Descended food down, Sergio. Refresh your stuff. May have a shorter stream today. I'm feeling the gym after working out too. But either way, we'll get some probably some updates tomorrow, if not Winter's Day. I've been gaslit into believing that Winter's Day is coming. Warrior Greatsword just needs a rework. It's just bad right now. It's outdated and bad. And granted, the Mace 3 or Mace 5 resetting the 4 did a lot to help the like viability of maces, but like here's again, let's play the let's solve this problem game, chat. Like, what should Warrior Greatsword do? Like, what's the design space that it occupies now? To me, Warrior Greatsword is mobility, but they've kind of taken that away because Sword Pistol is like insane mobility, right? Because Sword has like a 7-second cooldown base, and granted you'll never do it, but you can trade it to be like 5.6. So, to me, if I was going to do something, because they won't do anything interesting, Greatsword should be the cleave weapon, and it should be like mobility, right? Cleave and mobility. So everything's 5 targets now. Rush now pierces your foes. Like it just goes in, it's like a targeted line, and it just goes to wherever you put the reticle down. Kind of like Staff 3, except it gives you a cancel ability, unlike Staff 3, because Staff 3 is literally the worst thing in existence when it gets stuck on a rock. So, Greatsword 5 is now the old heal your rush, but with a longer range and a faster cast time. The 4 is just like, I don't know, the 4 needs a complete rework. All of the skills now hit 5 targets. 100 Blades is unrooted and applies 2 vulnerability on every strike. And the last hit of your auto attack chain refreshes all of your other cooldowns by 1 second if you finish it. Something like that. I don't know what the fuck the 4 is supposed to do. I think the 4 was originally supposed to cripple your target to set up for 100 Blades, but I have no idea. Bye, Sergio. I'm getting this sentry, dude. Get him, dog. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch Hammer up to Sigil of Vision, and then we'll go with Wilderness Survival. Yeah, Sword, Pistol, and Spear, even in PvP, is really good. I was thinking about this the other day. I really don't like how you have to face your target with the Spear Berserker F1 and, like, throw all the spears at them when you can just throw the F1 on the sword over your shoulder. I mean, I'm not really in favor of them adding more things that just, like, you don't have to face your target to use, like Grenade Kit, where you can just throw it over your shoulder, but... And I guess the Spear one is 900 range. I just feel like that's an unintentional trade-off, you know what I mean? Where it wasn't really intended to have to face your target, it just, like, whoever coded it did it that way. I'm not really sure. I just don't think Greatsword has an identity now, because even maces have an identity now. Swords have an identity now. Like, offhand sword is good, main hand sword is good. Do I think that main hand sword should be like the power weapon? Not really, but it is right now. Because they're, heaven forbid, they're not going to make it do actual Condi damage without Berserker. Unclear. I'd really like them to let Carl out of a closet and fucking do some of these balance streams that he's listed on, because he keeps being listed on, like, previews for stuff, and then I don't know if he's sick or something. I really, really, really like Carl McLean, and I'm glad he's working at ArenaNet again, but I'd like to, like, hear from him. I don't know what's up with that. He's an OG ArenaNet dev, and used to say he liked running around in World vs. World with full warrior signets, and that's been warrior signets were really bad. So he automatically gets a plus in my book. Ouch. Camp too hard. Nerf camp, please. We may end up... I guess I can't use shout skills because they're not shouts, they're commands now. We may end up leaning into chill on this build, actually. I think that will be my next port of call, mostly because you can trigger all 4 on swap sigils because of Druid form every 10 seconds, so we'll see. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird how all their Condi weapons end up being like hybrid power weapons because of how Warrior's designed. I think the thing with Warrior and Condi is it comes down to Berserker shouldn't be the only thing with a Condi trait in it, right? Like, King of Fires is so requisite for playing Condi, Warrior, anything that it... I mean, Tim has a weird... It's good. Core Warrior build that's pretty tanky, but that's pretty much only for PvP, right? So it comes down to, again, them either not understanding or not wanting to rework Warrior traits. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably totally wrong. Let's try to take this tower, Sergio, and be like the last thing we do to wrap up the stream. I am getting hungry. we'll be back on Wednesday, if nothing else, for more nonsense. I may be doing a Bladesworn build video with Stormsinger. And hey, if we're getting a Winter's Day patch tomorrow, maybe we'll get like a fake little balance patch. Maybe Willbender will lose all of its mobility and do 0 damage and still be broken. Somehow. I mean, it's fun to bitch about Willbender, but like, there are other strong things in the game. Well, Willbender's like real strong. I mean, Longbow has... That's tough to say, Drake. Longbow was strong with Berserker, but it's not really Longbow that's strong with Berserker, it's just Scorched Earth, like the Berserker F1, because Scorched Earth goes through projectiles, is 1200 range, hit 5 targets per tile, and also did incredible power damage. The actual Longbow skills are probably the worst ones in the game. Like, of any weapon in the game, especially a two-handed weapon, especially for PvP, the 5 is good, and that's it. Like, the Longbow skills take years to cast and suck. So, which is too bad, because Longbow on Berserker is like one of my favorite things, because Scorched Earth is good. Sergio did not run supply. I am stuck doing this like a bitch. It's okay. I can be a bitch. It's like that, where I was thinking about this as well, like all of the other classes, Mesmer especially, and honestly Guardian and Ranger especially, have really good buttons on their weapon skills. Weirdly, Warrior doesn't. All of their power budget is in their burst skills, right? So when a burst skill on something sucks, the weapon tends to like kind of suck, right? So the burst skills have to be good. They have to be good. They have to either chunk or AoE chunk, or like skull grinder your opponent to death. And to their credit, I'm struggling to like think of a burst skill that isn't very good right now, or even a primal burst skill. The dagger one, the dagger primal burst skill sucks, even though it's just Arc Divider but better because it didn't get nerfed and Arc Divider did. I guess Arc Divider is probably the worst primal burst skill, weirdly. Because Arc Divider is worse Slicing Maelstrom right now. Oh, is it down? God damn. Sergio's an actual god. The period of time where Core Warrior boonstripped better than Spellbreaker was also very strange. Because the burst skill on, what's it called, Breaching Strike, the F1 on Dagger boonstripped more than Spellbreaker did. It's pretty funny. They changed it to be 1 boon, 2 boons, 3 boons instead of 2, 3, 4, but it's still very funny. Yes, thank you. CC! This guy's gonna be a bitch with a lot of health, I'll tell you that much. I'm gonna throw down my water glyph now. Just preempt all this nonsense. Yeah, Warrior's weird. It's more complicated than people give it credit for, I think. I think the giving those things on the start screen, like difficulty ratings, was a huge mistake. Unless you want to talk in like terms of core balance, then maybe, but like Warrior's hugely complicated. At least in terms of its combos and stuff you can pull off. Is this guy dying at all? Oh my god. Can you break this asshole? There we go. Asshole broken. Sergio, heal me. You're an elementalist. God damn. He hurts so bad. Oh, I should have saved it for the break. There we go, we get some AoE healing. Druid has so many cool combos as well, like being able to Clarion Bond while you're in Druid form or channeling. Stuff like that. There's a guy. Hello, guy. What the fuck? I'd like to be able to use my skills, please. Oh, he's almost dead. Get him, pet. Get him, pet. That's getting him. That's not getting him anymore. I keep this guy in combat, though. Oh, I can't get through here. Alright, Sergio, don't die. Where are you? Oh, he switched to Harbinger. That's funny. Why is this leash so far? Why is this leash like from a year away? Sergio died. Oh boy, this guy just got a lot harder. Fucking thing. Very difficult to fight. Dude, this leash is like actually 5,000 range. That's insane. Dude, come 1v1 me. Stop being a tiny baby. Not gonna fight you while you ever rebooting the game. Oh my god. Why is my cat over there? The fuck? Ah, it's a good fight though. Ooh, we have a friendo. Get him, friendo. Friendo's going in. This range, though, on this leash. Look at this thing. Actually 5,000 range. That's insane. Why did I go over there, game? Why did I go over there, game? Can't even target him. I need to get out of this corner. There we go. Give myself some stab. Boom. Got him. Just need a little bit of help. Get through the Lord. Whew. Let's pull this guy out of the corner. He'll be back. Don't worry, that's not over. That's why you need healing power in Druid, whatever you're playing. That's why Selly's so good at it. Trying not to use any of my long cooldown shit. We gotta kill the bone minions. The bone minions, if you didn't know, are the things that chunk on this fight. It's really dumb. These things are like... He just keeps summoning them, and they really suck. Oh my god, he's got like 6. Hey, Sergio's back. Kill the bone minions if you can. These things suck. Bye. Oh my god. This is Guild Wars. This is video gaming. Invisible pulsing gravity well that never renders. I love it. Ooh, he has a friendo. It's a problem. Can't talk and fight. Gonna get me DMCA'd. Get him. Get him. Get him. There we go. Flash Druid form for some stab. Nice. Gonna cast at some point. Oh, I'm not in Druid form anymore. That makes sense. Nice try. Good Scorpion Wire. I saw that. Ready for it, though. Need to kill the bone minions. Not blinking. I'm literally mashing tab target and it will not go to the Harbinger. Game's like, nah. They figured out I am what is keeping people alive is difficult. Yep, they have friends now. It's gonna be impossible. That was a good fight, though. It was a really good attempt, guys. The Lord's just gonna wreck us now, though. That's the problem. Yeah, it was good. It was a good try. Ah, what a good fight. Yeah, he was trying to pull me off with the Scorpion Wire. That was a great way to end it, though. Good job, guys. That was a really good attempt. All right, I'm Pseudo. I will be iterating on this build. If you have suggestions, let me know. I'm not a Ranger player, so we are going to keep trying to make it work. We'll find something. No, that was good. It was still a good fight. That's what I live for. Take care. I will be back on Wednesday at 9 for more World versus World funds, and I will see you later. Peace, and hopefully happy Winter's Day. I will see you in Tyria. Peace out.